Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about, can narcissists love? And I get this question a lot, which is understandable because if you go through a breakup with a narcissist or you find out a parent is a narcissist, you really want to make sense of it and understand that. And I think that, at least for me, was my deciding factor in understanding that if I was not loved by them emotionally, it was easier for me to go no contact with them. I want to share with you today kind of the differences between how a narcissist sees love and how a healthy relationship functions. This is really going to help you to understand that a narcissist is going to say that they love you, but their definition is very different than a healthy relationship. So number one, in a healthy relationship, you're going to connect emotionally. You want to know how somebody is, what's going on in their heart. You want to know their aspirations, their uniqueness. You share your thoughts and your feelings, and you're going to connect on an emotional level. But for a narcissist, they see a relationship as functional. So it's all about what you do for them and what how you make them feel, if you put them up on a pedestal and build them up, and also really what you help them accomplish in life. Usually they want you to help them accomplish their goals and dreams or something like that. So it's very much functional, what you do for them, very transactional. In a healthy relationship, you're free to be who you are. You want to support your partner. You want them to discover who they are. If they get a new idea, a new revelation in life, you want them to be empowered to figure all that out and go on the journey that they need to go on. You want them to discover who they are in their fullness and be everything that they could possibly be. And you want them to celebrate how they're unique and they're different. But with a narcissist, they want you to comply with what they believe is right or wrong. They want you to coordinate everything with them, and they do not want you to think for yourself. So it's all about complying to them. They don't want you to be your own person. Let's talk about managing conflicts. So in a healthy relationship, if you have a conflict, you're going to learn from each other. It's going to be a learning experience. You might argue and that sort of thing, but you're going to work through it and you're going to learn from each other. It's going to be, in the end, a positive experience for your relationship. For a narcissist, they will shame you and blame you. And they will try to force you into just thinking how they think. There is no other alternative. It is my way or the highway. In a healthy relationship, you're going to uplift the other person. You are going to encourage them. You're going to look for, their strengths, and you're going to build them up, and you're going to want them to be everything that they could possibly be. And, you're looking for the good in those people that are around you. For a narcissist, they keep score. So you're going to fail or you're going to succeed. And if you make a mistake, you fail. So it is, if you pass my test, then I love you. If you fail or you fail to meet my expectations in any way, then I no longer love you. So let's talk also about our flaws. So a healthy relationship, we know that there is no perfect story. There's no fairy tale. Life is life. There's reality. We all have flaws. Nobody is perfect, right? And if you're in a healthy relationship, you can share your flaws. You're not going to attack the other person for it. You're just going to be like, okay, I know your flaws, you know my flaws, we're going to do this together. We're going to accept each other for who we are, and we're going to do this together. And it's going to bring you closer together because you're being authentic. But with a narcissist, they see everything idealized. So life is idealized. They see this, idealized life, in success or beauty or intelligence or whatever it is, that's never going to be reached. It's completely unrealistic. And they will initially idealize you. So some of you might have experienced this where you were love bombed because they didn't love you. They were in love with this idea that they had up in their mind. And when you begin to show your flaws and you begin to show that you're not that ideal person that they had in their mind, they get disillusioned, they'll reject you, and they'll start to shame you. If you don't meet those idealized standards, then they reject you and the relationship is over. In a healthy relationship, you're there for the long haul. You're going to commit. You are there to, have a long-term relationship. And with a narcissist, it's temporary. They're there as long as you serve them in some way, that you're functional to them, and that you help them in some way. If that's gone, then they're gone. And finally, in a healthy relationship, you love yourself, you respect yourself, you honor yourself, and then you're able to give that to other people. you're able to give other people that same honor, respect, and love. But for narcissists, because they are empty on the inside, they have, what a lot of people call supply. They need supply. Supply is just their neediness. So they need to feel like they're in control. They need their ego, filled up consistently, and they will suck you dry because of their neediness. And this is where a lot of empaths get in trouble, especially if you don't have boundaries and you don't expect this type of person. They will, suck you dry, and, you'll be in this position of, over giving, if you will. And you'll be in love with how much you're giving, and they'll be in love with how much you're giving to them. And that's where that toxicity comes from. And the fact is for a narcissist, it's never enough. It's never enough. It's just ongoing. So that's the difference between healthy love and how a narcissist sees love. And that probably opened your eyes a lot to people that are around you that, are narcissists, and trying to understand them from a cognitive perspective of what's going in their mind. And, I can see how this, definition of love was communicated to me in my family, and, that things were transactional and all of this, and I never understood what they were talking about. Yeah, so I think that, as you begin to analyze your relationships, you'll be able to understand where the narcissist is coming from. So hopefully this video is helpful for you guys, and it helps you to really understand and process this question of, can a narcissist love? Thank you so much for watching my video today and for subscribing to my YouTube channel. We'll see you next week.